Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be doing something that we actually teed up a couple of days ago on the channel. If you watched that video, we actually asked our viewers, which are majority Australian, to guess some British slang words. Now, there was something particular about these British slang words. They're not just general British slang.
They're not.
They're quite regional.
They are. So they are regional to where we're from in the northwest of England. So more precisely, Manchester, Bolton. Don't know if you've heard of it. Comment below if you have. We'd love to hear.
Not many people are. Not many people are.
So yeah, this is going to be very interesting because the terms are very different to what you kind of think they mean. It's
and there's
a bit tricky.
There's people we actually spoke to, another Brit who lives over here, and we mentioned some of the words to her. And because she's from southern England and we're from northern England, there was a couple of words that she didn't even know as well. So it's possible that some of the Aussies might nail it, but I'm expecting that, you know, if you don't get it, there's no stress. It's a bit of a laugh. Let's see what the Aussies think to some of our slang. So on my phone, I've compiled a list of basically the guesses using the word angin as the key word. So A-N-G-I-N, angin. That is the term we use. Let's see if any of the Aussies in the comment section managed to get what the meaning was. So the first comment in is from a commenter called Quasi, I think it's Quasi. And his guess, or her guess, was, my guess is angin is something like I can't wait.
It's a good guess.
It's a good guess.
Very good guess.
In the sentence they put, like I'm angin for a feed. I'm angin for a feed.
So like you're what we'd say as like I'm desperate for you want it. Yeah, I understand.
So I'm
yeah, that makes sense.
I can't wait. So yeah, it's like eager. Like I'm eager to on. Eager. So it's good, but I'll have to confirm it's not correct. I love the idea that people have gone out of the way though and try and guess some like unusual terms. Really what does it sound like? How they've even put it in a sentence. It's really, really good. Next guess is from Vicky Myers -U1W, and she's put angin, to be left waiting, so to be left hanging. So that she's probably onto something. Maybe she has some English family, or maybe that's used in Australia as well. But the word hanging with a H is used as a term of like, oh, they've left me hanging, like waiting on a text back. Oh, I'm waiting, but they've left me hanging. So correct in the sense of the word hanging, but the word angin is a complete different meaning. But I love the guess. Kind of onto something though. The next commenter is RJSWAS, so is that RJS was, and they've put angin. I'm angin for a bourbon right now. So maybe that's a bourbon drink, or maybe they mean the biscuit, the bourbon. But yeah, again, that's kind of like, what's weird is we would have another word for that, but I might not say that in this video, because if you do enjoy this video, guys, be sure to show your support, be sure to subscribe, let us know in the comments if you've enjoyed this video, because we might do some more terms in future. So if you do enjoy it, I won't say what that word is. I might have confused people there, but we have an actual term for what this guy has just said. So yeah, hanging for a bourbon right now. Incorrect again, but I love the idea that you're guessing. It's amazing. Wayne Lyons has put, my best guess for the slang is angin is desperate for something. So again, desperate.
It makes sense. It does make sense, but I don't know if we just don't make sense in the Northwest.
A lot of us don't.
It's very different. No, that's not right.
Angin. So it's like you're hanging on, you're waiting for something. I get the logic. There's a bit of logic there. The next comment is from Andrew Hazelwood. Andrew Hazelwood. That's because it's all just non-separated. It's quite a mouthful. He's put angin to be waiting around. Alison Grattage has put angin to be hanging about, waiting again.
So a lot of people are thinking you're just dropping the H, just dropping, then it's like slang.
Hanging out, angin. Yeah. I love this comment here. So Tommy Scar has put, okay, I'll play. Wrong answers only. Angin, the state of being angry due to hungry. So like, hangry. So instead of angin, instead of another way to say that. Good guess. Incorrect. I think you might have known that you were incorrect from the first bit, but I love these ideas. Like I said, so many meanings, what it could mean and how it fits, but completely different meaning to anything anybody said yet. So Carl G has put, "G'day JC," and then he's gone on and explained a little bit about the video where we met the blue-tongued skink, and he's put angin to be hungover. That makes sense as well. Hanging out, I'm hanging today. That would make sense in a sentence. It's incorrect, but I like it. So there was a couple more comments, but we might come back around to them a little bit later on. But just to summarise, one that a lot of people said, and I've got a comment here from Matthew Greer, and he put angin out. It's like hanging out.
Hanging out with like friends.
No, hanging out with friends. Oh, I'm just angin. I'm angin with my mates. I'm angin out.
Yeah.
That does make a lot of sense. That's one that I kind of saw repeated around about 4 to 5 times by people in the comment section. But I can confirm
that it actually means.
It's a very odd one.
So you would say it's angin if it's like disgusting or horrible.
It's vile.
So if it's say a food.
Off-putting, you would say that's angin. Like, so for me, I find rice pudding angin.
Yeah, so Joe would be like, if I give him rice pudding, he might say, oh that's angin.
That's angin.
No.
That's not for me. So the correct term is disgusting or disgust. Like, no, that's angin. That's not for me. No, no, thank you.
Not necessarily just food. You might just say it as a term for anything that you don't particularly like. So
I don't know where it comes from, and I don't know.
Weird.
I don't know the law behind it. It might be worth us actually looking into it. But like, Brits are weird, especially Manx. Like you said, so many regional different dialects and slang terms. But where that came from, there must be some law to it. But that is the term angin, and that's what it's used for.
The next word is chudy. So
weird one.
Interesting.
Chudy is spelled Chuddy. Chudy.
Yeah. So here we have Llama Hannah that has said chudy means angry. So it's a good guess.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm so chuddy right now.
So chuddy right now. That's really good. I like that one.
It is incorrect, but it could work. It could work. We could make our own lingo, make our own slang.
Yeah.
By doing some of these. I like it. Okay.
We've got Kerry4362 that has said chuddy equals skull drink.
Skull drink? Is a skull drink when you skull it? Is that like to neck a
That's like a chuddy. Okay.
To chuddy it?
That's a very Australian way of describing something.
Like a shoey?
Yeah.
I know what a shoey is. Do you know what a shoey is?
Yeah, when they put the drink in the shoe. Oh god, no. No. We've got Matthew Gray 7735 that has said chuddy means cranky.
Oh,
that's a good one.
I'm feeling a bit chuddy today.
I like that one.
Bad night's sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got Jeff Perkins 2225 who has said chuddy, exercise today or try more snacks.
That sounds like a recommendation. That doesn't even sound like a definition. That sounds like...
He's put should he?
Chuddy.
Ah, okay.
Chuddy, so it's been shortened.
Right, okay, yeah.
So
that's
chuddy.
A good guess.
That is a really good guess.
That's a really good guess.
And that is kind of how it would work, like people shortening words and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We've got Carl-G7B who thinks chuddy means fat.
To be chuddy. I had a very good Christmas. I am a little bit chuddy now. That one could kind of make sense.
We would say chubby.
Chubby, so maybe that's where he's kind of thought. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, I feel a bit chubby.
So we did have one person that commented, and that's Red Warpy, that actually said that chuddy means chewing gum.
That's correct. It's a really weird one, but it is a term that, like you said, specifically to the northwest, I think. The word chuddy might be northeast as well, but guys from like down south, I don't think use this. And that word is chuddy, is chewing gum. So when you've got a bit of chewing gum, oh, have you got a chuddy? Can I have a chuddy, please?
Red Wolf has actually said though in brackets that this is New Zealand and Aussie slang. So, so some of you guys might say it. So
maybe some Aussies say that as well. So if you are in the comment section and you do use that, let us know. Is chuddy used where you're from or in your area? Are you New Zealander? Are you Kiwi? Or are you an Aussie who uses the word chuddy? That'd be interesting.
Maybe it's like people that have come over from the UK. Maybe it's more of a UK
past generations. That seems to have been a consistent thing. So how I like say tea and dinner and stuff. And so maybe older generations might have used it, but it's kind of ebbed out over the years. I don't know. Next word. So the next word that we're going to be running through is the word dibble. Now, I wasn't sure whether this one was used or known. It's a bit of an obscure one, but I feel like maybe a couple of people might get this one right. So the word is dibble, D-I-B-B-L-E, dibble. Let's see what some of the comments say. So jumping back now, we have quasi, again, and they have put dibble, some kind of nerd or tattletale snitch? Oh, you're a dibble.
You're a dibble.
You're a dibble. Stop dibbling on me. You
That's
dibbler?
good.
That would work.
Dibbler.
I could see that
I
working.
like that.
Stop dibbling. You dibbler. You dibble. Yeah, okay. I mean, weirdly, kind of somewhat like similar to some extent to what people would say. Like, if you're tattletaling, you might tattletale to. Not going to say it. We'll see. We'll see. Vicky Myers, hyphen U1W, actually got this right, but I'm going to wait to go a little bit further on before I say what it is. But Vicky Myers, if you're watching, you nailed it. Wayne Leon, or Wayne Lions, or Wayne Leons. There is a football team in France spelled Lyon, so, or soccer should I say, so they're called Lyon, but I don't know whether he's put it Lions or Lions. So he has put Wayne, dibble correct. He's got it, not going to say what it is, but yeah, Wayne, you got it correct as well. Wayne Leons or Wayne Lions, you got it correct in the comment section as well. Andrew, again from the previous comment, put dibble. To try something a bit like a nibble or nibble something. So that's N with an N, not dibble. Nibble, dibble, similar, different words. Red Warpy put dibble, to make a hole in the soil with a dibble tool. Brackets, I'm pretty sure that's the meaning. It's not correct. And maybe that is a term that is used somewhere, to dibble a hole or to use a sort of tool to dibble. That is not the meaning in Manchester. To my knowledge, maybe they do use it, but that is not the term well known. If you were to say it, that wouldn't be what people think. And then finally, somebody at the bottom has put Kerry, again on the next one, has put have dabble on something, like a wager, to have a dabble. So they put dabble, but that is a term, to dabble on something, but the word is dibble. And the correct term that a couple of people actually got in the comment section, dibble is the word that people would use in Manchester. Maybe not as often, maybe an older generation more than a younger generation, but, it's the dibble, would be the police. So a police officer or just the police in general, so if you saw a police car past you, you would be like, look out, dibble area. Yeah. So, like I said, maybe an older generation rather than a younger generation, but it is a term that the younger generation would know if said. So yeah, the term for a police officer is a dibble. Look out, the dibble are about. Kind of makes sense with a tattletale, like snitch kind of thing. Yeah, There's a bit of a connection there, so maybe you were onto something who commented that. But yeah, it is a policeman.
Okay, so the next word is... Sentence, should I say, not word. Is put wouldn't thole. Depending on the age bracket, people would say that like more thicker slang than others.
Like
so
a broad
accent. Yeah. So it would sound different.
You'd say it quick as well. So it'd be like put wouldn't thole. And that would be like usually with that gesture. Yeah. Which is a clue.
Quas ... I.
Quasi, I think. Is that
Quasi?
I read that as quasi.
Sounds like put wood on the fire. Now, that's a really good guess. It's not the right term.
That's what the word should mean.
That's what it should mean.
That's what the word in English
that's good.
means. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Vicky Myers has said put wood in thole means eat, which again, I get you.
I like that. That makes sense. To put wood in the hole.
Yeah, makes sense. I get that.
I like that one a lot. That makes a lot of sense.
So Andrew Hazelwood has said put wood in thole, stoke a fire, which...
to stoke a fire. So maybe that could genuinely mean to stoke an actual fire or to stoke a fire in somebody. I don't know how you mean that, because like you could stoke a fire to get somebody riled up or somebody annoyed.
Tommy Scar has said undertaking farmhouse kitchen renovations.
Put wood in thole. That's quite deep. Maybe there's some meaning that I'm not getting behind that one.
Maybe.
That's deep. That's very specific. That would be a very specific sentence.
Yeah. I'm going to read one more. I've just gone past Carl G7B, who's got it right.
Nailed it.
But we'll just do one more. In fact, sorry, the next one's got it right, so I'm just going to say, I think, what it is.
I think, yeah, maybe say the person who's got it right.
So, Carl G7B and Red Warpy has got this right.
Okay.
Carl explained it as close the door. which is right.
That is correct.
And Red Warpy said, shut the bloody door. And to be honest, in the north, it would probably be more shut the bloody door.
Shut the bloody door. And this would be like a term that, like, I can always imagine like a grandparent saying, like, again, it's an older generation thing, but
Yeah,
like, or like a
definitely.
parent kind of saying it, like, put wood in thole.
It's
Put wood
like
in thole.
if you was all in the
And it'd be
living
that-
area,
Yeah.
and then like somebody walked out the room and left the door open, because it's cold, so cold in the UK, you'd feel the draft.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time, people can feel the draft, or they don't want the door opening when you're in like a cosy space. So you can tell like we live in cold,
Yeah.
because it's all very much like close
Keep the
door,
heat in.
keep the heat in.
Don't let it escape. So
Yeah.
yeah, that would be put wood in thole, close the door. Another one would like if you left the door open, another kind of comedic term that like older people would use, and I don't know whether they use it over here, but a term that would be said by like grandparents would be were you born in a barn?
Yeah, we.
Because like barns, obviously barn doors always open and stuff, so they would go, are you born in a barn? Close the door. What are you doing? Like, so that'd be like a term as a kid if you'd wandered out and just been like lazy or distracted, your grandparent would shout to you to kind of close the door.
Yeah.
So the next word that we're going to be saying is R-kid, and that's not A-R-E, that's just literally the letter R, R-kid. You're right, R-kid would be used in a sentence. Might have given away there, but let's see what some people have commented again as well. So Vicky Myers has guessed someone born in Manchester. So if you're born in Manchester, you are kid. I do like that as a potential.
I like that.
I like where you pulled that from, Vicky.
Not
That's a pretty
far
cool
off
one.
Vicky with that
It's
one.
not too
quite
far.
there.
You're closer than maybe some guesses might be. Let's have a look at another one here. Wayne Leons or Lions again has put arcade brackets. Arcade equals asked. So to be asked something. That's an interesting one. To be asked. Asked. Kid. Asked.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe that's where he's took it from. It sounds a bit like asked, but
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna kid you somewhere. I like how people's brains
I
work.
like that.
It's cool to kind of like a term that you know so well be like kind of
Just
flipped and
Yeah.
new meaning, but you can understand where the meaning comes from. Andrew Hazelwood again, kid, a person from your neighbourhood / Manchester. Again, this is a term that people seem to think it is. Not a bad shout, not a bad shout, makes a lot of sense. Tommy Scar has put internet famous Mancunian TikToker rapper. Is that maybe? Is there somebody who goes by that name, kid, and they're famous?
okay.
Maybe they know more than me. I'm not sure on that. Maybe there is somebody who goes by that name online that I'm not aware of. Again, Carl-G7B has put. He has put our kid, our child. That's not far.
Not
That's the
far.
closest yet. That's really quite close. Red Warpy has put sounds like our kid, kind of like our mate. So like, oh, our kid, our mate. Again, not far.
Not far off.
Then there's a couple more after that, but I'm going to just focus in on those ones. I don't know if anybody did get this one correct from the comment section. I think maybe one or two people did, but I can't find the comments at the moment. The term for our kid would be used to describe more than anything, probably a brother.
Yeah.
So you'd be like, our kid. I suppose it could be used for a sibling, any kind of sibling.
Yeah.
So an older generation, like our parents' age, would use it to describe like, oh, I was speaking to our kid the other day. And the confusing bit is if you have multiple siblings, that could be a number of people.
Yeah, it's usually two male siblings.
Yeah,
that
but it would be
use
like
that.
brothers speaking
usually.
about brothers. So it usually would be used as that. I don't think it's out of the norm that people like, might use it for other siblings, but
Yeah.
brother to brother relationship
Yeah.
is when it would be used, and it's when they're referencing something that their brother did, or if they speaking to another family member, so maybe their wife, and
Or
they say,
if you know Liam Gallagher, for example.
Liam Gallagher
Liam and Noel Gallagher.
from Oasis.
You'll know that they
if they're ever in interviews, you might have heard them reference each other as our kid.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, oh, such and such a thing when they had a fallout, and our kid thought I was doing this, our kid.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it is used
yeah.
in that term where it would be brother to brother, our kid said this,
Yeah.
speaking to you.
Yeah.
I don't have a brother, I have a sister, but if I had a brother, I would be saying, oh, I went down to town today, and in the post office, I bumped into our kid, and he was saying this. That would be how it would be used. Quite close with some of the guesses. I like the way your brains work. You're a smart bunch.
We are on to the last word now, which is the word bobbins. So we have got
A favourite of my mum's.
yes, Joe's mum. This reminds me. Yeah, I hear your mum using this word all the
I think
time.
of this word, I think of her.
Definitely. Matthew Greer said bobbins means oh crap.
Oh. You bang your toe and you go, bobbins! Bobbins! That sounds...
Or like maybe like if it's oh crap. Yeah.
You mess something up. You've left, I don't know, something on the...
Very similar.
Something in the oven too long and you... Oh, bobbins.
Yeah, that's quite similar. Really.
Ish.
Kind of.
Not far off.
Not far off.
Yeah, you could probably get away with it. If you said it, somebody wouldn't probably pull you up on it.
So we've got Car Kelly 4362 that has said bobby pins.
Bobby pins makes sense.
That makes sense.
That's logical.
Very logical.
There's sense to that, yeah.
Lama Hannah has said like damn. So
Yeah.
like bobbins again.
Yeah, that makes sense as well. Yeah.
Jeff Perkins has said this should be sewing related, given that Manchester in Australia refers to bed linen, but it won't be. It could be a contraction of Baskin Robbins and refer to ice cream.
Oh, right. Good one. We do have Baskin Robbins in the UK, but it is not very popular at all.
No.
I think there's only one in the local area, and that's inside of a cinema near us. And the next one that I've actually seen past that is probably the one in Edinburgh that time. There's literally, they're not as popular as they probably are in other places like America. But that's a very good guess. And I also like the idea of it being referring to linen, Manchester.
Yeah,
Again,
cool.
a little bit more information, learning as we go. I did have no idea about that. So it's incorrect, but thank you, I'm learning.
Red Warpy has said swearing nicely like frick.
Oh, so like a PG way of swearing.
Yeah.
Bobbins.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, if you stump your toe, kind of
Yeah.
that term. A lot of people may be going with that. That kind of makes a little bit of sense.
Alison Grattage has said a nutter.
A nutter. Stay away from him. He's absolute bobbins. If that was the case, I'd hear that a lot coming towards me. He's absolutely crazy. He's bobbins. Stay away.
Wayne Lyons thinks bobbins means children.
Like grommets.
Like grommets. We only learnt that recently. Didn't
The little bobbins have gone down swimming.
we?
The
Yeah.
bobbins are surfing. Incorrect,
Andrew Hazelwood thinks bobbins means bits and pieces.
Get your bobbins together.
Your bobbins
Look at all this
together.
mess. Your bobbins are everywhere. Gather them up.
Yeah.
Could work.
RJS was
Yes, I struggle with that one.
has said the spools of thread used in a sewing machine.
Again, another sewing term. So I think that might be a connection there, that there's something to do with the sewing that people are connecting. I love how people's brains are working. It's different.
Kwasi has said someone a bit dim or maybe a fisherman.
That would be me. A dim fisherman. Even though I've never fished, but I'm still a bit dim. I would be a bobbin. But the correct term is...
Take it away.
The correct term is something can be a bit bobbin. So something would be a little bit... I'm trying to think of another term for it. A bit rubbish.
Yeah.
A bit rubbish.
So
a bit
you guys that said
not very good.
crap is
Yeah.
similar, but I don't know. If
But it's
we
kind
would
of similar, but
say-
it's bordering on the right thing. But it's like if something's a bit crap, something's a bit
That's a bit
rubbish.
bobbins.
You would turn around and you would say, "Oh, that's bobbins." Like so. I don't know if you ever saw our painting video where we did a painting. My artwork is bobbins. I am a bobbins artist. I would be very bobbins at that. So that kind of term is, that's bobbins. It would be used in a way to kind of refer to something that is a little bit rubbish.
Yeah.
You've got an old car, it keeps breaking down on you. My car's absolute bobbins. It is just, it's rubbish.
Yeah.
It's nearly totaled. It's absolute bobbins. So that's been
our video with our slang.
It's been good.
It's been really
I like
good.
how people's brains work.
But we would like to hear your slang, so especially Aussie slang. But whoever is watching from wherever you are in the world, please do comment and let us know below, and let us know some of your slang words and where you are from, and we in another video can guess them. We would love to do that, wouldn't we?
Yes, I would. And it might be quite hard if there's no definition to guess them, so we might have to do a bit of Googling afterwards and stuff, but...
Not before.
But do you know what I could do? So if you guys comment your terms and you kind of say where they're from, if it's like Western Australia, if you're in America or whatever, we're going to maybe try and focus on the Australian ones more, as that is where the majority of our audience are from, and I would love to do that. But let us know, write down your term, we'll compile them in a list, and it could be good if we go through the words, write down our answers, flip them, and then do a reveal at the end and see who's correct, who's wrong.
I love that.
You're good. No,
That'd be
okay
good.
then.
I'm
We
seeing
might have to
that.
get ourselves
Seeing
two whiteboards, two highlighter pens, do a bit of a quiz.
Game on.
Right. Yeah.
So, comment below.
Comment below. Thank you very much for watching.
That has been the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more or more of our other adventures, as we do a lot of them on this channel.
We've got some big things coming up in the near future, some very exciting plans. Fun never stops over this end, so we're looking forward to bringing you along for the journey. Like Cody said, support in any way you can. It means the world to us, and we shall see you in the next one. Adios.